Yeah, it's quite the sight. Next month, a pair of Leafs all-time greats will be joining Ted Kennedy, Johnny Bower, and the man right here on Legends Row, the man in bronze there.
Did you pose for that?
Wait, yes.
Sorry, you didn't even introduce him.
I didn't even introduce. He needs no introduction. Darryl Sittler.
Thank you.
Come on
Did you
now.
pose for that?
I didn't pose for it. The artist out of Chicago, he got a bunch of pictures and then he kind of sculptured it off the pictures. But my wife Luba and I had the opportunity to go to Chicago, meet the artists as they were. It was still a kind of a plaster Paris or whatever they call it before it became bronze. So it was quite an experience to see how it's all put together.
And it was an experience as well that people love the fact that finally Toronto is paying homage to some of the greats that is expanding, ever expanding.
Well, it was an honor. I remember the morning Brendan Shanahan called Johnny Bower, myself, and Mark Kennedy and Teeter's son, and told us they were going to honor us with a statue. It was very touching. But we have the 100th anniversary of the organization coming up in 2017, and they wanted an area, and obviously to recognize the players of the past, but so fans and people who come down to the Air Canada Centre can get a picture. Obviously, they recognize the great players, and it's a good event. And the unveiling, the next one, Borja Salming, a player that I played with, certainly deserves it. So I'm looking forward, as a lot of fans are, for September the 12th when Borja will be there to unveil it. We got a surprise one too, so there's a contest where the fans can get involved in. They can kind of guess who the surprise is. Go to mapleleafs.com, Legends Row, and win some prizes by guessing who the surprise guest is going to be on September 12th. So.
Now that's paired up with that unveiling on the 12th, also with FanFest 12th and the 13th, where some hardcore Leafs fans can get a chance to sort of walk on through free and check out the ACC, check out dressing rooms. That'll be pretty interesting.
Yeah, the Toronto Local Ford Dealers Association, it's presented by them, and last year we had it, and I guess it was the first year they had it. There were a few bugs because the lineups were so long, the Leafs are so popular, and everybody wanted a Phil Kessel autograph, but there's just not enough time and lines for everybody to get that, so they've organized it this year. The tickets are free. There's going to be more structure and more less lineups and less confusion, I guess, and it's a great weekend to kick off the season. I mean, we're all excited. There's been a lot of changes in our management. Mike Babcock obviously has had a lot of success in Detroit. He's bringing a whole new vibe, a whole new attitude to our organization, which is nice. And then they hired Lou Lamoriello, a guy with lots of experience. So.
Let's talk about that for a moment as well, because we've seen what the Jays have done, and we see what some changes can do, and it just brings a whole new life to that team. Now, in the offseason, everyone is talking about Babcock and the moves, especially in head office as well. What is the vibe like inside the ACC? Because we're not in the ACC right now, but what's it like inside there?
Well, I think one thing that Leaf fans, I mean, they've been waiting a long time. Obviously, 67's a long time ago. But they want an organization, a management team that has patience. It's going to take time. There's 29 other teams that want to win. We're starting out, we got some good young picks, and we might be down near the bottom for a year or two again, because you need the talent. The Jays went out and hired and brought in some guys who are experienced that have that talent. We're not at that level yet, so we got to build this thing, take time and be patient, and see where we are, say 3 or 4 years down the line. And I think that's the game plan for Brendan Shanahan.
So you think that's how long the rebuild will take?
Well, I know it'll take that long. If you look at the teams that are successful, Chicago, Tampa Bay, Anaheim, they have a core group of players, maybe 4 or 5 of them, 6 of them that are A-level, really skilled players. We're not at that level, and it takes time to get to that level, and you generally do it through drafts, and then you add players after you get those good picks, so it's going to take some time.
Okay,
What's happening?
Hold on for 1 second. I'm just going to take a video here of Darryl, okay?
You want me to continue?
So Darryl, are you promising a Stanley Cup in time for the 100th anniversary, 2017-2018?
I'm not going to go on the line for that one.
Darn, I thought I could get him.
No,
I thought I could
you
get him.
can't trick Darryl Sittler.
But
I got integrity.
It would be nice, though, for the 100th anniversary if we definitely saw some postseason action.
Well, for sure. I mean, that's what we all want, and that's what you're trying to build. You're trying to build a team and an organization that you make it to the playoffs, and then when you get in the playoffs, there's a lot of parity in the league. Things can happen. You see teams like a Calgary, they turned it over in 2 or 3 years, and they get in the playoffs, and they create some excitement for their fans. We want to do that too, but you need the players, and with Babcock and the management we got in place, I think that it'll come.
The good news is that the fan base will always remain. Leafs Nation is very strong.
Well, it is, and that's a good thing. I mean, they love the Leafs, and we want to provide the type of excitement and the type of team that our fans want, and hopefully we can do that. So.
And one thing that has not changed in the Leaf organization, and thank goodness, is the way you act as an ambassador for the team. The dedication that you give to the Leaf organization, and never hesitating to stop to talk to someone or sign an autograph or give a smile. Or, you know, I was at an event with you, was it about a month ago or so, up at Starwood Hotels, where you brought the Stanley Cup. And I listened for a while, and everybody asked you the same questions over and over that you've heard a million times, but you treated everyone as though it was the first time you heard that question. And you know what? The Leafs are very, very lucky, and you well deserve to be on Legends Row. Well,
I appreciate that, and I appreciate your comment. I always remember when I was an 8-year-old kid in Kitchener, my dad took me to an exhibition game, and waiting outside for maybe somebody to stop and get an autograph, and a number of players went by me, but 2 players stopped, Bobby Hull and Andy Bathgate, and I'll always remember that moment. And I try to go back to that to think first impressions are lasting, good, bad, or indifferent. So you only have one shot at it. So I try to do that. We're fortunate. We have a great relationship, our alumni, with you know, our organization, with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Guys like Wendell and I are given the opportunity to go out in the public and represent not only the current guys, but the past, and that's what it's all about.
So make plans to go to FanFest, and make plans right now to put your guess in as to who the second legend is going to be.
So the website again is legendsrowguesswho.com, and also, so it's a reminder, it's on the 12th and the 13th of September. If you want to go, Darryl has been very, very kind, and he's going to be giving us a prize pack. It includes a pair of tickets to FanFest and the unveiling ceremony, which will be really cool. If you want to win, you just need to go to contest section at breakfasttelevision.ca, go to daily prizing, enter to win.
Kevin, put you on the spot. Who are you guessing is the surprise?
Oh my gosh, I was thinking maybe it might be.
I should record this.
Yeah.
Only because I appreciate his coffee, Tim Horton.
There you go.
But I don't know. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen. But who would you? Now I can't put him on the spot because you probably know, right? You know.
No. Do you?
Do you know? Do you know?
Just nod for. Do one of these.
He knows.
If you know.
He knows. Don't do anything if you know. All right, good. He knows.
He knows.
So we can't put him on the spot. All right. Thanks for coming out, Darryl.
Thank you.
Let's go to Jen right now. Jen.